Well, greetings, salutations. Here it is. Good old Galaxy base that I've been working on. You can't really tell on the video, I don't think, but this kind of flickers a little bit. You turn the channel. Yeah, see, you can kind of see it. That's the channel thing I was telling you about. See, kind of. It's got the free counter, so it doesn't really matter. But as you can see, I got a nice LED light in here. It's actually not a single light. It's three LEDs. It's a strip, and I got it going behind the whole meter, so you get a nice look on it, and it really makes it quite easy to read that meter. I mean, it's quite nice. And of course, I got a wood grain decal on here because the face was a little scuffed when I got it. The only thing I'm missing is the PA plastic cover. The PA button works. It's just the cover's gone. But other than that, everything on this radio is good. I've got the covers, of course. The bottom cover's got the four flip down feet, and they all still work. So this is a good little radio. But where I'm having the problem with this display is I don't know if I'm going to be able to really tell. I can show you right in here. Yeah, right about there is the board behind the channel display that goes onto the main board. And if you kind of mess with this a little bit, see how you kind of get the channel? See? So I think I got a cold solder maybe in there or just a start of a crack. Is it worth taking this whole front thing off to get to that to fix it? If this did not have a frequency counter, yes. But it's got a frequency counter. So that's kind of, while it's a little, takes away a little bit from the radio, I won't lie. It doesn't change the fact that I still have this. This is the most important thing, the free counter. Channel display, I can live without as long as I got the free counter. But the channel display and no free counter, the channel display would be much more important for me. This is a good little radio. They make a new version that comes with a white channel and white, and it's instead of the 919 band here, this is actually a band switch on the new radio. It gives you highers and lowers. Supposedly, this radio, if you cut these two wires, which I got marked with this red wire, you get the extra frequencies. I tried and couldn't get it to work, so I soldered the wires back up and I marked it for later use. But to be honest with you, I never go above 40 that often anyway, unless I go to 10 meters. And if I go to 10 meters, I'm going to be using the Quad 5. So um, I'm not real worried about that. But this is a good little radio. It's got all the functions. You got talkback, you got tone, SWR, modulation meter, signal meter, Roger beep, PA of course. And it's AM, not FM. I don't think it has, no, it doesn't have FM. It's upper and lower sideband. You got a clarifier which is either locked or unlocked with a button, which is kind of nice. It's just a good all-around 40 channel sideband radio, and it was worth this meter when I got it. Had some rinky dink fairy lights behind it or something. I took those out and I put a one LED light behind there. It just wasn't bright enough, in my opinion. Like if the lights are like when the lights are on, it's not so obvious. But if you turn this light off, see now you got a nice. It's a little white because that's what happens with LEDs on a camera. But it's so much easier to see that meter with that light back there. It's really quite nice. It's a good little light. I don't think I have. Do I have any close by? Oh yeah, this. This is what it looks like. See? And I put that on the back side of this meter right here, and it kind of stuck it to the inside of this little plastic thing behind the meter right here. And it goes around like that, so you got those lights kind of shining in, and it really makes that meter pop. So much easier to see it from a distance now. And as you can see in here, there's not much skip right now, which is unusual this time of day. But if you go to AM, oops, go to AM, pretty quiet. There is nothing going on the band right now. That, yeah. Besides that, if you tap it, like I said, see it comes back. That's the only real flaw. Plus the little plastic PA cover, but even though the PA switch still works, the cover's gone. Other than that, this radio is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It works good. Oh, and when I was working on this, I couldn't get the upper sideband to really work. I had to get in here and adjust. Oh, you're gonna need the light for this. Let me get the light again. There we go. Now, if you look down in here, these are your three cans right here. that you use for your aligning of the frequency and stuff. You've got to have those tuned in. That's why you also need an external frequency counter, which I did use with this to make sure this was reading correctly and the exterior frequency was. And that's where the problem had lied, was when I adjusted the upper sideband. Of course, this frequency is showing it, but when you transmit and talk, it was wandering everywhere. I put a 1,000 hertz tone into it, and I got it to line back up, and I got the lower sideband working fine. I've actually talked on it in the lower sideband, works great. I can't find, there's no locals to talk to, and skip is usually lower sideband. So I haven't talked on upper sideband, but I've tested it now with my external frequency counter and watt meter, and it's definitely transmitting right on frequency. So it's a good radio. It just needed a little love. It'd been sitting for a while, so I had to get in there and kind of clean it up a little bit, and that's what happened. Especially with Galaxies, they do not like to sit for long periods of time and not get used. Same thing like when you fire up a Galaxy, you got to give it like 10-15 minutes for the frequency to kind of settle down to warm up. But other than that, these are great radios, and they're worth the money. Now the new version, I haven't tried yet with the white channel and frequency. I don't know. It looks almost identical except for the channel display frequency counter is in white, and that 919 switch is now the band. Other than that, I think they're pretty much the same. I don't think there's any real modifications to it, but yeah. So, and as I was telling you, my next project is going to be a Washington. It's behind those covers right there, and it's a basket case. That's, if I get that working, I will be very surprised, because I think that one's really, that when I bought it, I didn't know how bad it was till I got it, and then it looked like it had been abused, not very well taken care of, which is too bad. A lot of Washingtons are like that, though. They just get used up, modified, hashed up, trashed up. Finding a good used Washington base nowadays that's not molested beyond repair, almost nearly impossible. Same thing with Cobra 2000s, unless you want to pay $1,000 to $2,000 for it. And why would you spend that much money on a CB base radio when you could buy a ham radio HF for that? Stupid. I don't understand that at all, but I digress. Anyway, there you go. That's what's going on with the Galaxy.